hopefully we'll get an appearance from Wilbur too. Oh, he's so cute.
I mean,
he's
2
tinier.
rabbits. What are you?
I mean, it's like unreal. I mean, it's clearly taken over my room, but it's like unreal how cute they are.
Yeah, it's fun. You call it a room.
I do.
nice.
After this, okay, I'm cutting off the slander right here. Because after this, I'm getting. I literally have a doctor's appointment to get back on Adderall because.
Oh, really?
I have pretty bad ADHD.
Oh, me too.
And I kind of like knew I had it and was just like working with it for. I was just like, whatever, I can like tolerate whatever. And then life's gotten busy enough that I was like, I fucking can't keep up with it.
Oh, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have rabbits living in my apartment, but it looks like I do.
You didn't mean to have rabbits.
You know?
You just lost track, and then they just appeared. An ecosystem formed in the room.
They followed her in one day. She's like, "You're mine now."
What the hell,
dude? It is so crazy though how like, I don't know, like with ADHD, I'm like, oh, I feel like stupid. And then it's like, well, I'm not like a stupid person. I just have like trouble with very simple things.
I feel the same way.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I really think a lot of like, because I have like OCD and like anxiety and shit too. But it's like, I mean, we're both Jewish, but like, it's like, I think a lot of that
inside of us.
But I wonder how much of that comes from ADHD and feeling like you're drowning and stuff. And then that makes you anxious.
Well,
You know
I feel
what I
like it's the depression aspect intertwines with it because I feel like I'm drowning, and then any sort of task to make it go away feels insurmountable. So then it's like, all right, well, just isolate and sleep, and that'll make it better.
Yeah.
You know? Right. And then it's just like one thing feeds the other of just never getting anything done.
No, truly, like I've had shit where I'm like, I can't get my shit together to like do my laundry. And then I'm like, well, now I'm worried I like fucking smell bad and I don't want to be around people. So I'm like staying in and not doing shows. And it's like, oh yeah, now I like, because I couldn't like get my timing right
It's
2
a
days ago. Now I'm like,
prophecy.
yeah, now I feel like disgusting and like I can't be around
you have
people.
to clean up your room, Maddie. Jordan Peterson was all right. That's it. It's a big circle with that crying Canadian having a few points.
Oh, if he came in here, his fucking
you would
chest
kill it.
would explode. Oh, Maddie! Oh,
yeah. That's how you would finally assassinate Jordan Peterson.
I would say that would be my fucking gift to humanity.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
bring him in here and let it take him out.
The rabbits just eat him alive as he's calling up. He's like, no! You have like rabbits wrapped in a trans flag eating his neck.
My rabbit's eating Jordan Peterson. It's keto, bitch.
Yeah, what if you go through full circle? It's like 200 push-ups. You only eat beef. And the room is the cleanest I've ever seen it. Like it's just P90X equipment.
I'm just gonna double check this recording.
Okay. No, that'd be huge.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta check.
It is. I was just blocking a little
Sick.
red light.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see a red light. I was like, uh-oh.
Well, I lost a little fucking. I mean,
Speaking
on
of
brand.
OCD, you're like, it's not even a camera. like, that's a sock puppet. What the fuck are we doing?
We get here. There's no camera. There's no equipment. We're like, sort of like if a podcast falls in the woods. It's a trick to hang out with
It's just
somebody.
a conversation. It's a full floss
Friendships are just podcasts that aren't recorded.
If you sell that on a fucking pillow, dude, that rocks.
Dude, you better copyright that right now. I'm taking that to Target and becoming a millionaire. I'm getting my way
God.
out of this apartment.
Just wine moms with that in their house.
yeah.
Like all over their wall.
You're the Patreon of my heart.
Damn. Well, thank you for doing the fucking pod, dude.
Of course.
IAN Finance. New special out?
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. Everybody go watch it. Everybody,
Yes.
as if we're, hey, you're about to get 3 more viewers, buddy.
I'll take them.
Shut
Give me what you got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the small
wild,
fan
happy,
base, they're coming.
wild, happy, and free. Thank you. I appreciate you saying it was good. Thank you.
yeah, dude. Are you in any kind of like
Financial
come down,
debt? Oh.
I was gonna say like the post special, like starting the hour over, like come down. Like I was thinking about it being like a theater kid, where you're like, were you a theater kid?
No, I wanted to be, but I was. I went to theater camp once, and then it was so bad. My mom was like, "I can't allow you to continue with this."
Like,
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. Like you bombed at theater camp? Or
Oh, I
what?
have a video of it. I had to like cry on stage because I broke my leg, and it was like Tobias Funke in an audition. It was just so over the top. Like, oh, my leg, oh. It was terrible.
giving like Always Sunny the Nightman.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like There was like a postpartum thing of once it came out, I was like, oh, now what? When will the president of comedy anoint me? It's great.
We're always waiting for that president. Any day now.
But it was kind of cool because I taped December 3rd and it came out April 21st. And I was on the road heavy from December 31st until April 21st. I got back from a gig in Chicago when the special came out, and I told myself to not do any jokes from the special. And so I immediately just went new, and now am like forced myself to go on stage with nothing and just make it work. So that's how I built the new hour, I guess. And so now I'm not even like I'm in more of kind of just talking with what comes into my head and making it funny rather than like, here are my jokes and this and that. So I feel like I've kind of changed the way my stand-up is for the better, because no set is the same. Every set is different. And I did that because I forced myself to not do any jokes because I was so tired of it, you know?
Dude, that's
awesome.
so fucking sick.
Yeah.
When you like hit that point where you're like I'm now trying to get a little more like less like joke and a little more like punchy but like conversational.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, I'm not just like kind of pulling shit out of a bag for you. Be like, I actually have something to say to you, and I'll make it funny, but I'm like talking to you because I have something to get out is like a lot more fun, and it's cool. It almost makes me think too, like, I wonder if ADHD is in some ways helpful to be able to get on stage and just be like, let me see whatever fucking
without
hits
a doubt.
me.
And that has, I've like really been embracing that of like, even if I am talking and I forget what I was saying, I'll say it out loud just to be in that moment. I'm like, wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah. And then that is even funny to see me try to catch where my thought is, and to just try to be like so viscerally in the moment. And I've been having so much fun with that, and it's been really, really great. So I'm like really, because I was so scared, like, what am I going to do? I haven't been writing. Oh God. And then to just be forced to like, well, you got to fucking do it. And then to show up and actually have a good result from it has been awesome. I'm like enjoying stand-up now more than ever.
Dude, that's
because
so fucking awesome.
I can't repeat the same stuff. I feel like such a fucking loser to myself. You know, I feel like a liar. If I like try to play something like, here's the thing I've done a million times, you know. And even if I do a joke that I've done before, I enter it a different way, or like, you know what I mean? So I've been having fun figuring it out, and I'm like more stoked on stand up now than I ever have been.
Dude, that's fucking
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, it feels good.
It's crazy too to think about like I think about like when we like, because we started together in North Carolina like when we were both like in high school.
Whoa.
So we've known each other for like a fucking decade.
That's so cool.
Got matching tats.
Yeah,
No way.
Yeah. This is let them know, because we used to yell at each other. Likes to like hype each other up.
Yeah, our little
Whoa.
like friend group. That was
Where's
our like.
yours?
Mine's like on my ribs. I don't know if you can see it.
No.
It's
Sounds
like
it.
different.
No.
Can you see it?
Still no.
No, it's the wrong.
Where is it?
I think we lost the tattoo.
Is it?
No, it's right there. Yeah.
Oh, yours
There it is.
The initials.
Yay.
Yours is.
I did the whole
Yeah,
logo.
yeah,
Wow.
mine. No, because I was like, I gotta make it be like, it's my grandma's initials, because I can't be fucking a guy and be like, let him know. Oh, what's that from? It's from me and my boys. I had to.
It's a battle cry. Yeah.
I had to do a little cursive, like it's a Lana Del Rey lyric.
Oh, that's
yeah.
so fun. I love that.
And I just got a giant ass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for me and my comedy days.
The way
Yeah.
yours is, it looks like that's the only thing that you were given after the divorce. It does look like a divorced mom, like reclaiming her personhood.
In many ways it was. I got it right after
It
a
is-
breakup too.
Hell yeah.
It was like, I'm going back to my roots. You
I
can't
knew
take
it.
nothing from me.
Dude, it's our live, laugh, love.
That's the best.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're gonna. I'm like mortified to tell you this. I think you're gonna lose all respect for me. But
I didn't have any to begin with.
Yeah. We're good to go. Yeah, it was
We're starting.
subterranean. Yeah.
But I fucking, because I was like, first tattoo, let's go on the ribs. Who gives a fuck? It only took 20 minutes. I fucking cried and I had to stop
Really?
halfway through. And then when I was like talking to the tattoo guy, I was like I was like, I was probably one of the worst clients you ever had. And he went, yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
great.
guy thought I was
Did.
such a pussy.
That's
And I
awesome.
was. I did not
How
handle
old
it at
were you?
all. Oh, this was like a year or two ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you kept being like, let's just take a 15-minute break. He's like, we gotta just get it over with. And you're like, how about I take 10 minutes? I listen to some EMDR.
You just
I
gotta-
listen to
It
ASMR.
was 3
buddies.
letters.
Yeah.
Dude, the ribs hurt so fucking
Why would you
bad.
pick
No,
the
my
rib?
ribs are completely done.
Oh my god,
Dude,
dude!
my
I don't know
first
how
one
you
was
could sit
right
for
here.
that. That's fucking crazy.
17. 4.5 hours.
God
Straight
damn,
on the
dude.
rib. Jesus.
Yeah. right here in the chest.
God damn.
The ribs is gnarly.
All the places I want them are the
I'm
places that I
getting
know I
my
can't.
stomach done, and I'm so nervous.
Dude, because that's where I want them is like fucking hips and like ribs and like sternum, and it's like,
The hottest parts are the hardest parts.
yeah, dude. That's also like I think part of the reason tattoos are so hot. Because if you're like fucking somebody with a tattoo, there is something about like, oh, you went through like so much pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that like is hot.
No, it adds something for sure.
There's
Yeah.
like
If
something.
you don't know the story too, you're like, what's that about?
There's something
Yeah.
that porn has done to my brain where I'm like, you're covered in tattoos. You like anal?
Well, I think that's just called context clues there, Ian. I don't know if that's porn. That's reading in between the lines. You're like, okay, a net tag.
You're
yeah.
thinking about a tattoo?
Yeah.
You'll like anal.
You like pain and you don't respect yourself. I think we're in a good company.
And then I just turn into a pickup artist and I'm like, there's pleasure in pain.
Yeah. Say like weird shit from a book. Oh,
Yeah, I want to get I might go this Friday and get my stomach done here, but I'm so nervous because that's such a gnarly spot.
Dude, what
But
are you
I just
getting?
got the inside of my arm
oh shit.
and here done
it
last
looks
week.
great.
so
Still
it's
see that inked up.
It's
Looks
still
like chocolate chips.
It's still scabbing up, but this is healing better than that.
Dude,
But I
the
just
little
got
like
this
clown
done.
guy fucking rips.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was like woo, but the stomach bit. I'll do it.
Damn.
Why not?
Oh. Yeah, dude. I'm more of a piercings girl, I think. I
I don't
dude,
have any piercings.
my fucking the industrial. I'm obsessed with the two. You know what's funny about this? This took like a year
Means
and a
you
half.
like anal.
It's only move.
I could warm up.
Yeah.
Your
Blue
hair's
sweater?
dyed.
Like
You like
anal. Oh, yeah. That's all you ask on a date. Are you a mountains or a beach person? You know, that means you like anal.
Dude, but this shit took forever to. It had been like almost 2 years and it hadn't healed yet. And then I had an asthma attack, and they put me on these like a heavy dose of steroids, and the steroids
Healed it
cleared up
right
my
up.
piercing.
That
Nice.
is,
Yeah.
is that how bad the person fucked up? Is it took like intense steroids to?
No, they didn't fuck up. This is just a really hard piercing to heal because it's 2 holes. So it's like if this gets bumped, they both get bumped. It's like
Oh,
on an
yeah, the
axis.
bump. Oh.
Yeah, it's like fucking gnarly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Yeah, cartilage just takes forever to heal. This shit took like a year to heal. But I want to get a conch, like this middle one. Those are so sick. But they're so much easier to me than tattoos because the moment you register the pain, it's already over.
Yeah, no, a
It
tattoo
is like-
is a million of those.
But I feel like the
Oh,
ones on
yeah.
your arm, like here, didn't hurt that bad.
You said what?
The one here really didn't hurt that bad.
I
Well,
know,
that
but-
inside of the arm, that's a spicy spot.
That one wasn't great.
Yeah?
I was really wincing, and then the lady was like this old elderly lady, and she just
Let me
goes,
see.
"It's a bloody little pig."
Is that why she didn't color it in all the way? Because it hurt so bad? What is
Probably just faded a little bit.
Oh, okay.
because of the sun. But
Yeah.
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 Dude, I don't know. There's this lady I follow who there's this coffee shop that used to be here, and I was buddies with the woman who owned it, and she went to the artist who does these like crazy like full body floral pieces, like fucking ankle all the way up to your neck, like
Oh,
giant
dude.
stem of a flower.
Is her name Emma?
Yes, I think so.
Emma Maris?
Do you fucking know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, it's like
She
all like
likes
line work.
anal.
Yeah.
She's in the book. I got her on this list. That was number 1.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, she's great.
What's your thought on fine line tattoos? Are you like you gotta fucking
They're
do
not
it the
for
OG
me.
way?
I don't like them, but they're certainly people love them, and people are really go to someone that's good at it.
Yeah.
Because they're easy to get blown out. You know, like I got this done, and the guy blew it out. He also did this, and he
The bike?
fucked my arm up. Yeah, the bike and the
still looks like pretty
302
clean, though.
and the 138. The 138's blown out.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And he also did this. Wile E. Coyote smoking a cigarette dressed as a vampire, and he totally fucked it up.
Damn.
It's he blew it out. It's
Like
too
the black
dark.
is too, yeah.
Yeah, it's not supposed. It just looks like a black splotch. But thank God he did, because that's the reason I got my whole arm done to like distract from that. You know.
Damn, dude. Oh, the shin's got to be gnarly too.
Shin's not that bad.
Really?
Yeah, because
It's
you
not
don't realize your shin gets dinged around a lot.
Oh, interesting. It's
So
not like the
it's-
ribs where when you hit it, it feels like a gong that just like the bone's vibrating.
Yeah,
Dude.
I like look at my ribs and like I got my chest done like here, and when I was getting it done, every time I get like such a bony bad spot in the middle of them, I'm like, why am I doing? What's the matter with you? And then I forget how much it hurts, and I get it done, and the second it's starting, I'm like, stop, no, don't, and then I just focus on my breathing and like go to a different
Getting a
place.
tattoo.
and it
I don't
works
like
out.
anal. I don't like anal.
I'm a cuddling missionary guy. I'm sorry.
Is there a version of this that's just eye contact?
I read attached. I'm healed. You really do forget though. I had that with this. I was just like, I got one tattoo. How bad can it be? And I was like, this is like 3 hours. God damn. Like, yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm a pussy. I have an extremely low pain tolerance.
Yeah.
I get a headache and I'll be like out for a day. I don't know what that is.
My pain tolerance is really high.
I think you're just from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I think you're just from the side. I have an extremely low pain tolerance. My parents loved me. There's food in the fridge. I don't know what happened. I just can't. Difficulties. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, this shouldn't happen. Do you know who I am?
Oh, that was a bit I used to have about like getting Adderall in high school. Where it's like if you're a white kid and you just go to the doctor and you're like, I don't feel perfect. They're like, that should never happen.
That's I think
Here's
kind of
meds.
true
That's
to be
funny.
honest. That it's never like, well, yeah, that's just life. They're just like, no, let's put you on 4 different medications.
Yeah.
Well, I was on ADHD medication for like my entire life, and then I remember my parents took me to see a doctor, and they put me on Ritalin, and it turned me into a robot. Like
Damn.
I just my personality shut down. I was just yes. Mm-hmm.
Were you on a different? I can't imagine
Well,
that. By the way, that's
dude,
crazy.
my dad took
That's
the
like
medicine.
a tranquilizer for the biggest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm like, it takes a lot to take out IAN FIDANCE.
Yeah. Well, my dad flushed it down the toilet and was like, I'd rather my son be rambunctious and like hard to handle than not be who he is.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And,
wow.
and then he died, and a month later, my mom took me back to the doctor. And was like, "We're gonna get
Your
this
mom
kid.
poisoning.
We're gonna hem this kid up. Something wrong. Robot this boy up. All right."
Yeah.
You know?
Was Ritalin the only one you ever were on?
I've been on everything.
Did you do Adderall?
Everything. Adderall.
What did Adderall do for you?
Ritalin, Concerta, Strattera. Is there something in that box?
Oh, that's a little cave for the rabbits.
Yeah.
Whenever I find like an old cardboard box, I fucking cut little holes in it, and they
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, they love, and then they chew up the cardboard, dude. They love to like burrow. I think it makes them feel like they're in a tunnel underground.
is.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Intelligent
Yes.
little
They're
guys.
like little Hasidic Jews. Burrowing and
Curly
tunneling.
ears. They are like Jews in that they're prey animals. They're like, everyone's after
They
me.
just look scared at all times. Anything can kill them. They're like, is that a peanut? Fuck, I'm dead.
You have to take your shoes off around them.
Yeah.
You can smell
They're
them from far away.
overcompensating by building an ethno-state. Their trauma has made them kind of problematic in the way that they address their oppression. But you know, whatever.
Oh, you think we're nerds? We'll be evil too. How about that?
It's not hate speech if it's the truth. Rabbits.
Wait, what were we just talking about before that, though? Oh, fucking Adderall and shit. I was on Adderall, and I know it's like impossible to.
Yeah.
As we're talking about ADHD,
I know.
The
Like,
bunny
oh,
nose
look at
lizard-
Bunny. Yeah.
Look at, yeah, literally. What meds have you been on? Did that box go move?
Yeah. Oh no. What's in there? Yeah.
I took Adderall in high school. I was prescribed it, and like I think it worked because it worked, but it also there was one time I was sitting just in the hallway eating lunch. I wasn't doing anything, and my heart rate was like going crazy, and I went to the school nurse. I was like, something feels weird, and she was like, yeah, your heart rate's 200 beats per minute. You need to go to the
Jesus.
ER. Went to the ER. They sent me to a cardiologist. They gave me an EKG. I wore a heart monitor for 2 weeks. They looked at all of it, and they go, yeah, sometimes this happens when you're taking Adderall, so don't worry about it. And I was like, what? And that's why I stopped, because I was like, they were just like, yeah. They were like, we see this all the time with college students and blah, blah. And I was like, that seems bad and not worth like doing my homework faster. But now I'm like, Let's fly a little closer to the sun.
Yeah.
I'm worried what it would do to me in terms of like if I take it, will it make me less whatever I am that I enjoy being, you know, like, and I haven't taken Adderall since 2009 when I went to rehab. And they were like, okay, well, you've been using this as a stimulant, not for, you're a carpenter. You don't really need to be on Adderall all the time. And I was like, I don't
I
really
didn't even
need
think
it.
about that. If this isn't too personal, like, is that a conflict because like ADHD meds are easy to like kind of fucking have fun with?
I mean, I guess, but I truthfully, Adderall's the only ADHD med that ever truly worked for me because I'd been on a million different things, and it was the only one that like would actually help me concentrate and not completely make me devoid of my personality. But I don't want to risk it and chance it and have it, you know, be a thing where I'm like, no, I just need to concentrate at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know. But then it's like, what's the fucking point of doing that if I'm not going to stay up and drink all night? So it's like, I don't think I abuse it. You
You're like,
know?
what am I, up? Yeah.
But
It's like cocaine sober. You're like, this is horrible.
Oh, yeah,
You're like, this
yeah.
is just the worst anxiety I've ever had.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's terrible. So you know, I'm at a point now where I'm like, I figured out how to make things work without it.
You just
If
release
things
a
are
special,
like,
you're not like,
yeah,
it's when you can't function that you need meds.
Yeah. But I have to take my like antidepressant and stuff, or else.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
Pretty
that's
big.
like a shake up my brain chemistry that I can't fuck with.
I've tried to go off them a few times, and I've kind of just
So brutal.
yeah, I've just
You're
accepted.
not a pussy, Maddie. You really have raw dogged getting off antidepressants a bunch of times.
Dude,
that's horrible.
There was one time when I was 18 because I wanted to.
You wanted to do Molly with your boyfriend. That's not.
And so I just raw dog went off Adderall and Prozac, just quit them cold turkey, and I was like, so that I can fucking trip with my boyfriend. And I was like, I remember
You were
laying on my
tripping.
mom's lap, like shake, like I was like hearing like audio hallucinations in my head, like I was fucking losing it. And then I had a sort of like 8-month like mental breakdown where I thought people had like poisoned my water and shit. And you get a little crazy and you go, I just admitted that like I will probably have to be on antidepressants for the rest of my life.
yeah.
That's just what that is.
Yeah.
That's still not. Who
Yeah, I've
cares?
done
It's
that.
that's a multivitamin for the sad. Like whatever.
Yeah. Well, no,
okay.
the only thing that's fucked up is I don't know if I can get pregnant with that.
With what?
With Prozac.
Really?
Kind of, I think, I mean, don't fucking quote me on this, but I think like jury's out on like, I Googled like, can you be pregnant on Prozac? And they were like, probably. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to fucking like
What, just a positive
play
baby?
Russian roulette with
Who
my
cares?
baby's fucking life, you know?
Yeah,
don't
really.
think
But also like, I can't imagine it would be good
I
for the
got
baby.
pregnant, but then I did strangle it. Oh well.
Well, like millions of people are on them, so that it has to have happened by now.
Yeah, but I wonder if that has an effect on the child postpartum, like growing up, like because you were on Prozac or you were on something. Can that affect the child later in life?
That's what I don't know is I'm like, does it make those like receptors develop differently in their brain because
Yeah.
they're dependent on it kind of a thing?
Yeah.
You seen the news though? You need a little extra serotonin. You need a little extra dose of happy coming out. Okay.
Yeah.
He just,
Oh, no, if it made
he's
him
not
happy-
even crying. He's like, all right. Yeah, it's just slightly brighter. Yeah, it's just okay.
The baby
I'm
comes
a
out
little
like, you guys need
slimy, but-
anything? Or?
Yeah. He's drinking a decaf, ready to go. He's like in office attire. Yeah. Even killed baby, totally fine.
No, I got so many fucking add-ons now, dude. I have this like maintenance inhaler I had to take every day, and then they told me
Maintenance
I'm
inhaler?
Yeah, it's
What's
like
that?
a steroid inhaler that you breathe in every day, and I got to be on that for the rest of my life. And I'm like, dude, I just gotta like carry around a fucking little like first aid kit.
What?
It really is.
You're like a gun in Call of Duty. You keep getting upgrades and add-ons.
There is something to like. I'm like, this is what it means to be culturally Jewish. Is I'm like, just a lot of conditions.
Oh, dude, my friends are making fun of me so much in the group chat yesterday because I get really bad gas on flights, and I sometimes
Like a water bottle? Like where you go up and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
open
yeah.
it and it fucking...
Oh yeah, and then everyone around you was like, that water bottle, and they were just sending me memes from South Park of Kyle's Jewish cousin. They're like, this is who you are. And I was like, oh my god, you're right. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
I
damn,
can't help it. I get really bad gas on flights. Does that happen to you?
Not really, I don't think.
Well, let me tell you, if it does, jump out ahead of it and go, who did that?
Yeah, just really start
Yeah, what do you do?
blaming
You just
everybody.
let them rip?
Yeah. And then I look
Pure
down and out of
torture.
my periphery, I can see people go. And then a part of me goes, yes. I I have alpha dogged you.
You accidentally take down a plane like that.
Yeah. Everyone kills themselves. The pilot's just done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I also, before the flight the other day, ate salami and cheese.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, well, you're just making it worse. You're not even trying. Just eating an Italian beef that's been out for 2 days.
Well, I need protein.
Oh, no.
For the flight.
You try keto only for flights?
Woo!
You're just trying to.
Bad.
Yeah.
Protein for the flight.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah. Like, you're going to lift the plane? What are you talking with your gains? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're sitting down.
Don't you need protein for the flight?
The protein thing. You look at a burger and you're like, well, I need protein.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy to fucking.
It is such a way to redress everything that is
I
supposed to be horrible for you.
I tap dance my way around fat so many times. Of like, I'll eat like 3 hot dogs and be like, well, I took the bun off, so it's a healthy hot dog.
Yeah.
Dude, like our buddies in Chicago, they were doing keto and they were having like steak for breakfast, and they're like, nah, I can't touch fruit. And you're like, there's no way that you
Any
just don't want to
diet
be gay.
that's like fruit's
That's all this is.
fruit is
keto
too gay.
is I don't eat gay food.
I don't eat gay
yeah.
food. Only man shit.
Yeah.
Only something that bled yesterday.
Yeah.
You're like,
Keto is I
though.
jerked off in the same room as my friends when I was younger. So I'm
It
just
is
only
to
going
say,
to
like,
eat
it's
meat.
not gay if we just look in different directions.
Everyone that's on keto, I'm like, your cum and blood must be like so thick and sludgy. Like, I just can't imagine that it's like lubricated. Do you know what I mean?
It just looks like
I imagine
A1
you
steak
jerk off
sauce.
and it's like squeezing a toothpaste too. Like you only eat steak and eggs.
That amount of salt, dude.
Yeah, dude, it can't be
The only
good.
good ththing is it is sort of like, it's like being part of a suicide cult where they will all have a heart attack when they're like 40. There will be like a mass culling of gyms across America.
That's fucking insane.
I do need to up my diet though, because it's really fucked up how bad I eat, and then
what
I'll
they're
gain
saying.
like a little bit of weight, and I'm like, you fat sack of fucking shit, and then I just have flashbacks to like me having dinner from the cellar at 3 a.m. like I did last night. Taking home pasta and chicken, eating it at
I'm eating like
4
lamb
a.m.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like insane.
Yeah. Watching, putting on Death to Smoochie, being like, I'll just have a little bit, and then I have like 3 ice creams afterwards, and I'm like, well, you rode your bike once 2 weeks ago, you're fine.
Dude, I fucking I was talking to Colin Tyrrell about this last night because I was like, a lot of the jokes in the hour I'm building are about like trying to lose weight and weight loss and body positivity and blah blah blah. But I am trying to lose weight at the same time, and I'm like, do I need to like stay fat to film this? Because part of me is like, I don't know if this shit would work if I lose weight, but I would
Right.
love to look good in the special.
Yeah.
But I think I might have to like film it sooner rather than later.
No, I think you're fine.
You
Yeah,
don't? You
you're
think they would
fine.
still work?
It's also because you're just talking about the feeling of being overweight and losing weight. It's not necessarily.
Although I will say, I've been talking about how I've body issues and how I had to learn how I have to really lay it on that I see myself as being like gross and fat because I'm not seen as that way. So when I'm like, I'm a fat pig, people are like, what's the matter with you? So I have to like let
Yeah.
them know that.
Yeah.
like walk
That-
them to
yeah,
where you're
yeah,
coming
yeah,
from.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember our buddy Grant one time when we first started. I was like maybe a year into comedy, and I had some, you know what I mean, like easy. I mean, I was like 16, like an open mic joke about like I look like a lesbian,
Mm-hmm.
and I wore a dress one time, and I was like, Grant, do you think the joke will still work? And he goes, oh yeah, don't worry, it's in your face. And I think there might be a little bit of that with the fat shit too, where
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we can lose 50 pounds. They're not going to be like, what is Twiggy talking about? You know what I mean? like we're still.
That's so funny.
It's in your face is absolutely
Yeah.
brutal.
Also, Jim Gaffigan's been doing that for like 7 specials, and he really isn't that fat anymore. But he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Because I'm fat," and you're like, "What are you talking
Yeah.
about?" But it
Yeah.
still works.
Well, I feel that way about gay stuff where I'm like, I haven't sucked a dick in a while. Am I a fraud if I talk about being with guys? I better re-up. Just
Charge your bat.
For
Your
my
little
new
battery
hour, I'm
overhead.
sorry. Yeah.
Sucking a guy's dick. I'm writing. Hey. Been there.
Getting gangbanged in an alley. I'm like, it'll be worth it. An hour's coming up.
Been really
Getting
grinding
fucked
for
in
the
the ass.
special. You just got it.
I've really been grindering for this
Yeah,
special.
yeah.
Getting fucked in the ass. I hope Shane Gillis thinks I'm cool.
I gotta fatten up the hour. If I keep the cum in me until I record, will it make it better?
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's like, because there is that thing in stand-up too where it becomes so easy to romanticize the things that you're struggling with to the point that you're like, oh, well, I must have to like manufacture suffering in order to be funny. And it's like, no, that's like a stupid way to look at life. You should like, I really think if you think you're not suffering, you're probably just not paying attention.
Well, I think
you know what I mean?
I think that can be said for any artist, where like, the romanticizing of the brooding, depressed artist, or like, if I'm better, I can't write good, or, like people that really feel they succeed in suffering. And I've never been able to do that. I
really fail at suffering. I go too hard.
yeah.
Suffering, I'm like, if I
Suffering
just
really
go
takes
suffer,
me
I
out.
won't be here. Everyone's like the brooding artist. I'm like, I'll just be dead.
I do so much better creatively and everything when I'm in a good place and I'm coming from a place of like joy and laughter. And
I want to
like,
go on stage too.
Yeah, but I found a way to like bring joy to my anger and bring joy to my suffering as a way of like turning the sadness and hurt of it into like finding humor in it, obviously, but coming at everything from such a negative place always fucks me in the head, and I almost admire people that can do it that way, but that's just not for me. But I do agree. I think there is a thing as like an artist where you almost feel like beholden to this, like there was like this, I don't know if you ever, there was a thing a while ago where people like romanticized like heroin or whatever, like
heroin chic,
yeah,
like Kurt
yeah,
Cobain,
yeah,
Kate Moss kind of
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
During the grunge era and stuff.
yeah, and it was like this romanticized version of like just absolute degraded human suffering that you can like romanticize of like, yeah, but it's the life of this. It's like, no, you're a junkie.
Yeah.
It's also, you're not being correct. You're just lying down. It's like pretty boring. You're just taking a lot of naps. You're an old man. You wouldn't go look at an 86-year-old man and be like, what kind of creative genius is lying in there?
Yeah.
You just pass out a lot, bro.
It's also like, well, we have like such a fucking, all artists, all industries even, not even just art, but you have a problem with like fucking sexual predators and abuse and all this shit. And it's like, yeah, maybe we weren't so like hell-bent on staying the worst version of yourself. You wouldn't hurt other people so much, you know?
Also, don't you want to be like more than just your work? Like,
Totally,
honestly, the amount of people I've met in my life, like, they're really funny, but they're also a complete nightmare of a human being. It's
I hate
what's everyone going to remember? Your hour or the fact that they hated every conversation?
I hate
also,
that
if
so
Sam
much.
Kinison had to make his own clips, he could not have done cocaine every day for his life. You can't sit at a computer for 8 hours like, captions! Like, you gotta you gotta be able to, we have to do so much more.
Stand-up's so hard now, you have to be kind of a nerd to be good at it. To be like, because I have to do homework for 9 hours.
Yeah, they did not have to do the shit that we have to do right now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to go have an orgy.
They could fucking show up high, do phone in one set on the Tonight Show and just tour for 20 years. I'm like, we gotta fucking like be our own crew and shit. Like, you literally do have to take better care of
the camera
yourself.
wasn't set up behind the stage to see the person in the front row. So when I say, "Are you a barista?" people get it. That this guy looks like a barista. No, I don't know. Like what you said, you have to be so much more than just a thing that you are good at, and I feel like it. Like I really hate when people are like, my dad died, but I got a new 5 minutes out of it. It's like,
oh, you're a sociopath.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing. It's like, also, these laughs are fleeting.
Yeah,
dude.
I watched my family get raped in front of me, but, I got a new closer. It's like, well, work on closure.
Yeah. Maybe that's
work
a
on the
bigger
closure,
picture,
okay?
Yeah. Get a residency in sanity.
Closure and opening up. That's the open and close you should be working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also like easy if you don't love yourself to only feel good about yourself when you've like achieved something.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's like the staple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why stand-up's, I think, kind of great for people that hate them. Because it's literally a bunch of people going, no, you don't suck. And you're like, that's fucking awesome. And
Yeah, I remember my therapist said that to me one time. She was like, yeah, famous people who like play stadiums and stuff, she was like, there's like something wrong with them that they need that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
fucking
there is a
wild.
deficit of character. That get you
Well,
there.
especially if anyone that like wants to be a politician, there's something wrong with
Oh,
them, and anyone that like
extremely,
looks up to them and thinks that they are, on their team or on their side, you're lying to yourself.
At least
Like,
we're just
these are-
like, I want to be a clown. I'm not like, I want to run everything.
yeah.
Politicians way scarier than artists.
Totally.
I want to
Yeah.
be a god.
At least we want to elicit joy out of people. The other side of it is they want to control and be God.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, their version is like, yeah, we ruined an indigenous community's water water supply, but hey, we got a bill out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so much worse than
Then the 5.
I imprisoned another family for generations, but I got a new. We just
got a
won
new
another
house.
county.
It's like Terrence
literally what
Terrence
they get out of
Columbus
it.
is literally making like deals with Satan for an RV. Where it's like you're dooming generations to hell, and you're like, yeah, but I got a big RV. Go
Do you
on.
think Trump's gonna win again?
I mean, if my prayers get answered, if God is
If there is a
real,
God. I don't know if that's a boring topic to bring up,
I
but
really
I'm just like
don't know
curious
what
what
I'm
people's
really
gauge
hoping
is.
for a big. I hope both of them die at like the same time. Like I hope there is like a
Well, I
bad batch
wonder
of
who-
Burger King that just takes both of these people off the earth, and we just have to see what happens. I really wish we were like, do we even need a? I'd be fine with like the deep state coming out and be like, hey, we're just gonna do this now, and we're like, okay.
I wonder who is going to be his running mate. Do we know that?
There's
Oh,
that one
yeah.
weird, crazy Republican lady out of North Dakota that like killed her dog and was bragging about it.
What?
She was like trying because they're trying to be super super manly, and they're like, I grew up on a farm. That dog was weak. I shot in the head. That's what you got to do. Like, because the Republicans are just fully losing.
Shut up.
They're going like caveman.
You're
shit.
so full of it.
No, listen.
There's a woman that
Yes,
killed
it
her
is.
dog.
It's the North Dakota Republican lady who was talking about shooting her dog in the head. She lost traction in the polls because a lot of people love their dogs.
That's the two-party system in America. Is Republicans are like, I killed my dog, and Democrats are like, I am a dog. And then Republicans are like, well, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I'll shoot a dog right in the head.
That's really funny.
That's legit
If
real.
you don't turn that into a bit, that is really fucking funny. Oh my god! I want to be Robin Williams right now and write you a check so I can have that bit. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just so sad either way. I don't see how Biden wins though.
Dude, what was that fucking article you were showing me the other day?
There's a it's Time Magazine. That fucking article. It's a gigantic interview where he
It was with Biden.
It was like
it's
the most
it's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
interview there was. So there was also his aides in the room with him. And like, you know, it's Time Mag. They're on his side, but he's like, they were like, so some people say you're too old to be president. How do you feel about that? He's like, I'm not too old. I'll take you.
Huh?
He threatened him to a fight. What? Yeah, it's a dead ass.
Honestly, that's kind of Trump shit.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
that's
is
how he
like-
wins.
yeah,
he goes full Trump and he just
Dude.
goes, I'll fight you right now.
I hate Biden's like appeal to being like the old pop of yesteryear with like an ad came up that was like, look, I'm going to cut the malarkey. And it's
Yeah.
like, why don't you cut funding to Israel?
Yeah.
That's malarkey.
That's a pretty big malarkey.
Yeah.
They're dropping a lot of malarkey on Gaza
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Maybe you clean that
Yeah.
up.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
Jesus Christ.
I am really trying to find
Dude,
the direct.
What's so annoying too about where politics are right now, but is that like all the hacky points are so insane that you kind of can't overstate them. Like I find myself wanting to be like, God, they're so old, and then you're like,
So-
everybody says that, but you're like,
But-
but it is insane,
Dude,
and I
yes.
can never fully wrap my head around it. But it
that's-
becomes so hacky that you can't even like.
That's how I feel about when people go, you know, every generation says the next generation is the worst. And it's like, I know everyone says it, but it's finally true.
Yeah, this one is
This is like true.
Yeah.
The generation coming
they haven't
up.
had technology that has warped people's brains.
Yeah, see,
like,
your
it wasn't
brain
like-
chemistry is massively different because of the technology that you're introduced to from a child. It's not
Yeah.
good. It truly is having a negative effect on society, culture, and humanity.
And there's this weird fucking gap where our parents didn't grow up with it, so they were like, oh, the internet, have fun on that. Like, they didn't know what we were getting into, so,
Yeah.
like, nobody knew how bad it would affect us. Whereas, like, if I have kids now, it's like, I mean, who knows how much it'll fucking change, but I'd be like, I know what social media fucking does to you, and when you're, you know what I mean? Like, in middle school on Tumblr, seeing, like, pro-anorexia accounts and shit, it's like, we grew up with that now, so we have some idea, but we didn't have those fucking
Yeah.
blockades in place. I don't know.
But speaking of politics being ridiculous, I want you to read Biden's line, and it's right after the red line question.
Here, you go for it. What is it?
Here, hold on.
Has he crossed your red line?
I'm not going to respond to that because I'm not going to make a anyway. Huh?
He literally trails
It's like literally
off.
fucking nothing.
He trails off in
And
a
then
Time
an ad for
magazine
AI.
interview.
Let AI be president,
Oh,
honestly.
God.
He trailed off. Has he crossed your red line? I'm not going to fucking respond to it. Anyway. He's sundowning in a Time magazine article.
It's insane too because it's like they cut shit and they fuck. You know what I mean? You know that was the best version they could get.
I saw a video that was so funny of you could hear the aides in the background try to like navigate what was happening in real time. Mike Pence was at some fluff piece. He was at like a county fair, and he gets on a tractor with this guy, and the videotape is rolling, and Mike Pence grabs the gear shift. He goes, "You want me to take control of this for you?" and you hear the aide go, "We're just taking pictures. No need to comment." And the guy's like, "Yes, you can," and just smiles. And then he like over the top, no homos him by slapping him on the chest. He goes, you're gonna have a good day, huh?
Yeah.
To like undo the gay of like, "You want me to take control of this for you?" It was so beautiful.
It's so funny that he has to hire a guy to be like, "Gay, you sound gay right now."
Gay, stop.
Stop. The Democrats, more gay. Put the dick in your mouth, Biden. They really do need like human handlers to be like, "No, that's not what we do."
Well,
like,
that's
they'll
the
be
thing.
like, "Put the lizard eyes back in your head for a
These people
second."
should not have cameras on them all the time.
Yeah.
Because they're not used to this fucking world of every single instance will be translated into like some gaffe or something.
Yeah, it's like Joe Biden being like, "Hey, listen, fat."
Did he do that?
There was like the last election, like this union guy was like asking him questions about, I think, gun control, and he just said, "Listen, fat," which was kind of hilarious.
That's awesome.
Just calling a welder fat is so funny.
I'm voting for Biden.
You're the most powerful man in the world. You're fat.
I think your bill has some hypocrisies. Well, shut up, fat ass. You fat fucking uggo. I'm gonna get back underground and wait to die. You and the other cicadas can sit down there for the next 17 years. It's like, it's two people that should just never talk.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cyborgs will come.
Oh shit, we might have to fucking wrap up here in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Dude, sorry, it was a little bit of a short one. I gotta fucking get my ADHD meds.
Oh, is that the appointment? You're
That is
late
the
for the
Really?
ADHD appointment?
No, I'm like literally not kidding. In 1 minute, I have to go
That is
have
so
get my
funny.
ADHD
Do you
meds.
have to go in person?
No.
or is it
It's
on the
over
thing?
Zoom.
Oh.
I'm hoping they can prescribe it over Zoom.
Yeah.
But I'm really gonna state my case because it's pretty bad.
You just show them the room.
Yeah.
Show the
Just
camera.
show this episode.
I would just let you show up late. They go, "You have it." They just hand you the script. There you go.
Just link them to my Instagram and be like, "Hey, by the way, this is me trying my best." Dude, where can people find you?
Ooh, you can follow me on Instagram at ianimal69 on Instagram, and punchup.live/IAN FIDANCE for all my dates. I'm going all over. I'm very excited, having fun. No set is the same, so come on out. It's been cool. People have been buying tickets to like the Friday early and then coming to the Saturday late. And it's been really, really cool to like,
That's
see
so
that
sick.
happen. And so IANFidance.com to get my special, Wild, Happy, and Free, and all my dates and everything. And Being Ian with Jordan every Wednesday on YouTube, patreon.com/BeingIanPod.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys.
Dude,
This is
check
really
it out.
fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
Yeah,
For
thanks
sure.
for doing it. Patreon.com/phone is in the bag. We'll see you over there. We love you. Bye.
Bye.